Good evening, people. It's your boy Dad Polito here. Um, Today, it's a sad week, guys. Or something that I wanna get off of my head and maybe give a little message out. Obviously, first and foremost, I would like to give my condolences to all the parents that lost a child this week. I don't even know how to begin to fathom how these people are going to continue their lives from here on. But I got to say that I feel for them. I hope they find peace in their hearts. I hope they can move on forward somehow, some way. Something's got to give so that these people can find peace. Really, I don't understand what's going on anymore. Like, when I see all these children that died, and I see pictures of them, and I see the two teachers that died, and then you see the perpetrator, an 18-year-old troubled man, obviously, that you question, how does this happen? Where are we in society that these situations just continue to happen? Like, what is going on? What is the disconnect that people are going through? What is happening to society, to humanity, that would compel somebody to do such an atrocity and destroy the life of like 18 individuals and families? Like, what is it? There's the debate about weapons. There's the debate about, whether there's too much violence being exposed to children. There's games like the ones that I participate in. And I don't know anymore, because all I can think of is that society in whole is broken. The humanity in all is broken. Because I will be honest, my people, I own weapons, and I am a licensed carrier of a firearm. And it never comes to my mind that I would want to cause any sort of harm to anyone other than to defend my family at home and to defend my personal properties from any sort of tyrant that may approach at any moment, place, and time. And still you think, okay, so is the availability to these weapons an issue? Obviously. Something needs to be done. A system needs to be implemented in order to filtrate and check on the consumers of weapons. This kid was armed with AK-47 and an M4A1 pistol, and you're like, how is this possible? That this kid got this. Obviously, got it from his father or somebody. Kills his grandmother before he leaves to destroy the life of 18 families. And I'm like, okay, so where is this starting? Obviously, it has to be something deeper than just blaming it on the availability of weapons or just blaming it on violence on the TVs. This has always been around. So why now? Or is there something socially happening within our infrastructure that can cause somebody to go and do such atrocities and destroy the lives of all these kids? Like, I do not understand what can possibly go through one's head to do such thing. And honestly, every time I see the pictures, it breaks my heart. All these kids were just a week away from going to summer vacation. And these parents now got to deal with that emptiness at home. And it breaks my heart because I'm a father before. And I don't know what I would do if I was to lose a child. if I was to lose any of them, I don't know what would happen. I would go berserk, people. And I feel these families, and I hope that they find peace. To anyone just coming in right now to watch, I'm talking about the elementary school shooting victims of Uvalde, and we should all think about, what are we doing wrong socially? What are we doing wrong? Are we neglecting our children? We're so caught up in our livelihoods, in maintaining and being screwed up by the system, by having to work so hard, that we miss times with our children. We miss conversations that we should be having with our children. Conversations that are important to understand, how are they doing? Where are they at the moment? Asking friends and people that we see that may seem troubled to be the difference and the light, to have humanity and say, hey man, are you okay? Are you good? To ask your children, if you have older children, what are they going through? We don't know. And this is the only thing that we can ask ourselves, is how can an 18-year-old boy or man, whatever you want to call him, go about doing such atrocity? What compels him to do so? Is it video games? Is it violence on TV? Is it a disconnect in everything? Was he just tired of his life at 18? What could he have been going through that would cause him to be tired at the age of 18? And I'm sure that there's all sorts of things that we can fill in the blanks with. But now these kids are gone. What are we going to do moving forward? What changes are we going to make moving forward? Because this is ridiculous. I feel like taking my kids out of school because I'm afraid that something like this might happen. I don't even want to take them out in public, because not only are people getting shot in grocery stores, in supermarkets, in movie theaters. No, they're getting shot now at the schools. A plan has to be made, and systems have to be pulled out by our governments and by higher ranking officials. Laws have to be implemented to filtrate those who buy weapons, to help these families, to secure our schools, to create, I don't know, our schools are going to end up looking like freaking prisons, because they might need to get safeties for checking weapons and making sure that everybody gets checked before they enter. Special doors. What are our kids going to be exposed to? What is happening to us as human beings that compels an individuals to do such shootings? It makes you think, is there something else that we don't know? Is there brainwashing happening within TV that we're not aware? Mind control? And that's going into other depths of conspiracy theories and all that. And I'm one for all that. But I just want to tell y'all that actions need to be made. Don't let this go because it didn't happen to your children. And God forbid it ever does. And until you're in those shoes, you do not know what it is to be grieving such a loss. I love my children dearly, and I would never want to lose them like this. Not like this. Not like anyway. I want to go before they do. And I would give my life holding it down for my children. And to have my children robbed by some individual that is troubled is sickening, because we're failing as a society. So people, figure out ways to talk in your communities, in your local governments, to make petitions, to make movements, to make a difference, to change laws, whatever it takes. But this cannot continue to happen. And I think it goes deeper than blaming it on weapons and on TV violence, because that's always been around, okay? In the 90s, 80s, that was around. Obviously, we're more exposed to it now. Or maybe it's all connected. Maybe it's all a bundle of shit that we're exposed to now, that these kids don't know how to deal and fathom it. Talk to your children. Ask questions. Be motivated to take some time to conversate with them, to see how they're doing. What's going on in school? Are they getting bullied? Are they somehow getting manipulated by somebody else? What do they watch on their iPads? What do they watch on their phones? What are they watching on TV? What ideals are they having that are causing children to be going through these types of things? And again, if we can, anybody who is near these families, man, give them as much support as you can. Give them as much help, emotionally. I hope the state and our government officials stand up for this and make the difference. And we don't know what it's like until we're in their shoes, people, and something needs to be done. This thing hit me so bad, and every time I see these kids' faces, it just reminds me that I could have been one of mine. And it hurts my heart, man. And I feel for these people, and I wish they find peace again. But talk to your children. If you feel your child is troubled, find help for them. Figure something else. Don't let things go neglected. Your husbands, anybody, your friends. Sometimes we notice that the friends are down and we don't say nothing. We don't ask questions. And then we wonder why these things happen. Because we don't know what's going on inside somebody else's mind and in their hearts. That's my message to y'all today, guys. I apologize, it's dark and gloomy, but this is real and this is happening. And it requires action. And my message is, again, to whoever I can reach on this, is to, if you are troubled and you have conflicts with your persona, you need to find help. You need to get help, and you need to talk to somebody. And man, God bless y'all, and I wish y'all the best. Here from Dad Polito. Love.
Honestly, I don't know who the fuck to trust. Is he my friend or my foe? I'm a exit draw. Yeah, she give me that claim as well. I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one understand me. I'm good at artists.